My dear friend, today we will discuss regarding Dvna expense management software, as well as what is the features of this Dvna expense management software and where it will be used like this. So, and as well as I will show you some little bit demo regarding this, and also show you the features of this. So actually, just I'm going to explain you why expense management is required. So I am telling you that suppose if you are the businessman and your organization is very little, okay, that times maybe in your organization little bit less number of employees, then that times you will be able to remember whatever expenses you are going to create each and every employee. Okay, but this is not the correct way because your organization is the very small. That's why you are knowing and you are remembering the everythings. Okay, but according to Indian financial systems, it should be whenever you are running any organization or any business, then it should be your every record should be the recorded. That means every transaction should be the recorded. Okay, and also it is not possible that if many transactions will carry in the fraction of second that you can't remember. Okay, so for this, actually, every organization, whenever any company is running, any healthcare organization is running, or either school, yeah, anything where business is running, in that palace there is two things. One is the earning, and other one is the expenses. Okay, so expenses management means it means that whatever expenses your organization is doing, that should be proper recorded or proper process, so that whenever you are going to discuss regarding any disputed transaction, then that times you will be able to find the every records. Okay, and it will also required for your uh, audit purpose, as well as your organization growth purpose, or whenever you are filing the ITR of your organization, then that times it's required. And also it is very helpful to understand your expenses. So if suppose I am telling you that, suppose you have a purse, in your purse 500 rupees there, then that times you have given 100 rupees to your family members, then it should be easy to remember. Okay, whenever you are going to give 10 rupees transaction to a shopkeeper, 10 rupees transaction to another place. Okay, so very small pieces of transactions that should not be remembered. Okay, but for your purse, if you have a purse of 500 rupees, then it is possible that you have expenses of the 500 rupees. In this way you can remember it. Suppose in your purse more than 500 crore rupees, then that times many transactions will be the carried, and that times it is not possible to recall remember every transaction. If you try to remember the every transaction, then definitely your expense will not be managed a good way. Okay, that's why expense management is required for every business, every organizations. Okay, so for this I will explain you this software, so how it will be help for your organization, help for your business, and what kind of features is there, and how it is easy to useful. Okay, so let's see, this is the one slide. So here, uh, advance here here one thing is the advance for expenses. What is this exactly? Advance for expenses means in your organizations many employees are working, but some works you have given to the employee, then that times required money, but you don't know how much money it will consume or it will take place. It will goes to expenses. Then that time some roughly money you will give your employees. Okay, that will be the in advance. So this is called advance or expenses. And now I am coming to the another things, employees expenses grid. So employees expenses grid, just I am showing there. This is our software and I am going to log in. Okay, so whenever you will go, then this is the employee expenses grid. Employees expenses grid means so many employees in your organization, then that times whenever giving the money to for the advance expenses to your employee, so that kind of management will taken care from this employees expenses grid. Okay, so where here just whenever you want to give the some money to this employee, then that times you have to select. I will explain you later little bit. Now I'm coming to there. So I think little bit idea about the employee expenses grid. Okay, then other one is the employee expenses self. So what is employees expenses self? Employees expenses self means whenever employees is going to create some expenses, then that times by using this page they will manage their expenses. Okay, expenses reports. What does mean by the expenses reports? Expenses report means many kind of data that will be present in your front as a report, like expenses. So many kinds of expenses. Okay, I will show you. This is the expenses report, and I will show you the later how this expenses report is working. Just I am telling you. Suppose first like this, for example, expenses report. I am going to their expenses report. So in this report it is telling like that these are the employees, they have taken this advance money and they have till now create the expenses of this money, and till now balance is with employee this money. So I have given one example. Now I am coming to little bit other parts. Okay, so project registration means whenever in your organization, yeah, simple organization, multinational organization like this. So for every organizations, every companies have many projects. Okay, so suppose one project budget is 1 lakh. So you have fixed the extra expenses of this project is 10,000. Okay, and one more project, that project have budget of 50 lakh. Okay, and you have decided to given the extra expenses of 2 lakhs. Okay, so that is called the project registration. So for project registration you should know about the who created this project and what kind of expense code and what amount will be the expenses that will be created for the project. Okay, so one more thing is the expense code creation. Expense code creation means whenever new project is launching your organization or some project is coming to your organization, that means you will allocate some funds for the expenses. Okay, so that is called expense code. Okay, Now I am coming to there the multi-user. Multi-user means in this software, so whatever how many much there is nothing restrictions on the user. So suppose your organization have 5 employees, then you can manage 5 employees user. Suppose your organization have 1,000 user, 1,000 employees, then you can also manage for the 1,000 users. So that's why it is called multi users. Multi user means whatever implies accordingly you can create the users for these implies and assign the role of these implies, so there is nothing restrictions on user. Okay, now I'm coming to the expenses types and categories. So whenever your organization will run and project will be created, then that times the many kinds of expenses will be created, like some fixed expenses, some variable expenses, some expenses like mobile bills, electricity bills, taxi fares. So these kind of expense category you can manage this expense management. Okay, so I have given little bit idea about our expense management module, how it will work. Okay, now I'm coming to the some practical sessions. So let me coming to there, this is suppose I'm going to click on the logout. Okay, so this expense management model is integrated with our Dvna payroll management software. Okay, so for this you have to go to there, and I'm just going to there and I'm doing the login. So after doing login, the software will be visible like this. This is called contents page, and also one kinds of the dashboard. Why dashboard? Because everything whatever you want to do these softwares, it will be able to see in there. Okay, so that's why it is called dashboard. Dashboard meanings one more thing says that whenever you are sitting in the chair and that times near to you visible some things, according to that place it is also called a dashboard. So for software point of view, so this is called one dashboard. Okay, because here you will able to see the software name, here you will find the one link to change your password, here you will able to see who log in, and this one option is to log out from this software. And here these are the horizontal menus of this software. So here you want to go for accordingly this menu has designed. Okay, and here is the vertical also tree view. This is called tree views. Why? Because whenever you click on this, then it will show you just like the tree. That's why it is called tree view. Okay, okay, so these are the tree view sections. Hmm. So now I'm coming to there. Okay, so just I'm coming to this slideshow. This is the expense management software. Okay, advanced for expenses grid. Let me explain you. So this is the review. Here you are going to advance for expenses grid. So how is it working? Why? So this grid will contain the information of all existing employees for your organization. Okay. So for that, suppose you want to give some employees. Let list out this. Okay. So just I am going to the admin. Okay. So I'm clicking on the view on the admin. Okay, I am giving him the advance. Suppose I am giving him the advance of 2000. Okay, so after clicking on this, then you have to click on the save. Okay, so now we have given the advance of 2000, so you will be able to see the records. Here it is showing the 2000 you have given particular date and time. So this kind of record management is required for any organization, is a business. Okay, so I have shown you this one, how it is working, advance for expenses. Okay, so advance for expenses is that from here you can search the employees. Suppose in your organization have one employees, 10 employees, then you will be able to remember and quickly identify the name. But suppose in your organization have multiple employees, 100, 200, 1000, 4000, 5000, like this, then that times it is difficult to quickly identify those employees name. So for that we have provided one functionality that is called the search functionality. By using this functionality you will be able to reach that employees page. Okay, so now I'm coming to there. I have shown you the advance for expenses grid. So I think you have already able to understand advance for expenses grid. Okay, now I'm coming to the employee expenses grid. So what is that? So you will go to there and employees, just I'm going to there and I'm going to click on the employees expense grid. Okay, so after clicking on this employees expense grid, so you will be able to page like this. So just I'm going to little bit overview of this page and functionalities. Okay, so this is the grid view, and here you will see the one means this is the first page. Okay, whenever I will click on the 2, then it will show the second page. Whenever I will click on 3, then it will show the third page, fourth page, sixth page, like this. So I think you are totally understood what is the function of this. This is the grid page function. After clicking on this you will be able to see the records. This is one kinds of things. And also one more thing is there, you can also search the things, just like suppose you want to search the name of letter A, then that times you have to click here, then you have to put here A letter only. Okay, now I am going to search the name B letter. Okay, then I am putting the B, then you will become there B. Okay, so okay, now I am going to the implies expenses. Okay, so here you will see the advance detail, how much money they have taken in advance, that is 332,800. How much money they have taken? 32,800. And how much they have created the expense? 3,640. And now balance is 29,160. So I think this is one row balance sheet showing for these employees. Okay, so that's why it's called employee expenses grid. So in this employee expenses grid you will able to see entire details of expenses. So here this is the advanced detail and this is the balance sheet, and now this is the expenses detail. So here whatever expenses is created, then that every expense I did is showing. So going to there, I am showing this is the current month. Let's see, this is selected for the current month. If you will select on this, then it will show the details of last 3 months. If you will select all, then it will show the details of entire transaction. So this is advanced detail. I think you will be able to understood the advanced detail. This is the balance sheet. You will be able to understood the balance sheet. If still you have any queries regarding this, then you can ask. I will tell you how will you connect with us. Okay, now I'm coming to the expenses details. So here there are three options: current month details, last 3 month details, and you will be able to click, then it will show you the all details. So I have explained you the functionalities of employee expenses. Okay, now I'm going to create one expense. Suppose expense is taxi fare and project name is Delhi Metro. Okay, then this is the project code I am giving from Kolkata to Kolkata to New. Okay, amount I am giving the 600. Okay, so after putting this information, just going to click on save. So here what we have seen the expense is created by this employee of 600, but not only expense is created by 600, this is also recorded in the software. It is 600 expenses is created, that expense is recorded. Okay, so whenever you want to audit this transaction, then that times you can find the details from this software. So that's why it's called expenses, employee expenses. Okay, so employees expenses is how it is worked. I have already explained you. Okay, now I'm coming to next part. Okay, I'm going to expenses, then employee expenses self. What does mean by this? Is also the expense, implies expenses and imply expenses self. Implies expenses self means the login ID who have login this software from there. Suppose five suppose employee 1 has login, then he will manage their expenses from there. Okay, same thing, but its presentation is like the same thing. Okay, so this is called employee expenses self. Employee expenses self means your expense can be managed by yourself as well as some administrative teams of your organization. So these two kinds of facilities also available. Now I'm coming to there. I have already explained the employee expenses self, then employee expenses reports. Okay, now I'm coming to, just going to click on close, and I'm going to expenses, then I'm going to the expenses reports. So what is expenses report? So this is the one page that is called expenses report. So here you will be able to see. Now I'm coming to expenses tab and category. I have already told you about the expenses tab and project registration. Let I will tell you. Okay, so this is the employee expense statement. Just I am putting the date. Just I am putting the date of 30 like this. So it is generating the expense report. I'm going to make the PDF. From there, this report is showing the employee expenses statement of date 13 July 25 and other expenses 13 July of 25. Okay, so here employee expenses is 600 and here employee expenses 600, other expenses 0, so total expenses is 600. Okay, so this report containing the two sections, one is the employee expenses and one is the other expenses. Now I think you have just getting the question here ki why these two reports is there. So I'm telling you like that. Implies expenses is that the expense is created by your employees. यानी कि expense created on your employee, that is called expense. Employees expense and other expenses. Those expenses is not created by your employees or those expenses is not created on the employees. So that expense is called other expenses. Like suppose one guest has come in your organization, then that times you are providing the hotel billing for that guest to stay. So this is not the employee's expense, this is your company's own expense. So that's why it is called other kinds of other expenses. Okay, now I'm giving to the second one more example. Suppose one client visit is in your company, then that times your company is providing the facility for the car to pick up the guest, then that times some expenses to pick up the guest is called other expenses. Suppose your organization have electricity bill, then bill is going to paid from your organization accounts. So this is the also electricity bill is the also the expense. So this is also called the other expense. So I think you have clear understood about between difference the employee expense and other expense. Still you have any confusion regarding this, then you can reach us and contact us. We will be able to guide you. Now I'm coming to next part. So I have shown you the expense statement on the particular date. Now just I'm going to changing the date. Just I'm putting there to have like this. Then you will be able to see the differences. So now you see after changing the dates, this statement is going to change. Okay. Now according to this report on 12th July, these expenses is created. That means 13,385 by employees, and other expenses is also there, that is 2040 rupees. Okay, so these are the other expenses. So hence these expense is created by employee, so employee expense is there and other expenses there. So total expenses is 3422. So daily expenses, this is called also one kind of the daily expenses report. So here we have find that the 12th July 2025 total expenses of this organization is like 3425. Okay, so I think you have clear understood about the daily statement. Okay, now I am coming to the monthly. Suppose I have selected this month and clicking on the month here. Just after checking the month, it will give the entire month of statement. Okay, so you should be careful and remember that monthly means whatever date is selected there. Here date is the July month. If month will be the July, then you will be able to get the reports of July month. Okay, so this is called monthly report or monthly expenses report. Okay, now I'm going to the next. Here this is expenses report. So what is this expenses report? If you just I'm going to there, I'm explaining you, just I'm going to there. Okay, so here expenses report, this expenses report is the summary like this name is the employee and this is the employee ID. So for this employees, company has given 3000 32,800 rupees in advance, but still this employee is explaining that we have created the expense of 4,240. That means company's balance is 28,560. So this is the summary. This is the expense report, means this is the summary how much money have taken the employee and how they have created expense yet and how much is remaining with him. So for individual employee, a statement will came in this expense report. This is one kind of the summary reports. Here total advance is 66,600 and expense is created 18,335 and remaining is this one. Okay. So now I'm coming to the balance report. This is same kinds of report. This is the similar report. It is also showing the balance. Okay. Now I am coming to the other parts, the project name wise. So here you have to suppose your organization have many projects. Then that times you want to see the expenses of the particular project. Then you have to select the project name like this. Suppose I am selecting this project, Delhi Metro Railways, like this. So here I am able to see this project has expense code this and only 600 rupees is till now expense is created. Okay, now I'm changing to the project like this. So after changing this, I am able to see this report. So by using this software, you will be able to see these kind of reports. Like if you will select the project name, then it will display the project name reports. Okay. So now I have explained you the project name wise report. Only you have to select the project name. It will give all the expenses reports. Okay. Now one more thing is that suppose you have the project, but you have allocated two or three or four, yeah, more than one expenses code for your project. Okay. Then that times you want to see the particular expense code reports. Okay, so here I am selecting the project and now I am selecting the code. So this project have only one expense code, that means project report and expense code report both will be the same. Now I am going to some other project like this. So after selecting this, I am able to see there are two expense code for this project. So I want to see only the expenses of this code. Then that times it will give you the details of this expense code reports. Now I am going to selecting the some other codes. Then I will able to see nothing. That means for this project has two code, but this code doesn't have any expense still yet created. Okay, so this functionality is the reports. If you want to monitor, if you want to the exact statement of your project code wise report, then you will be able to find here. So now I'm coming to there. So I have already explained you the employee expenses reports regarding this software, how it will be helpful to you. So I think you have understood. Now I'm moving to the another parts, the employee expenses report, employee type and categories. Going to there, here the expenses type. Okay, so if this is the expenses type, some expenses type is just say for here like this: taxi fare, mobile pay, train fare, bus fare, air fare, like this. Okay, if it is existing, then okay, suppose I am seeing here petrol bill. Suppose this type of expense is missing, so I just putting there, clicking on save. Okay, so if you able to see the all, if you will be able to see all the expense type, and if you want to add some additional, then you can use this page. Okay, so I'm just going to click on, you will go to there and then you will select this expense type entry page, and from there you will be see what kinds of expenses is category, what types of expenses is available in this software. Okay, so now I'm coming to there, project registration. Okay, now I'm going to expense. Here one link is there, the project registration. So I click on the project registration. So after clicking this project registration, okay, so here I am able to see the history that this project uh, registration has. Okay, suppose one of project, that is construction, construction of RO at Kolkata, like this. Okay, this is the project name, and the project fund value is uh, 100, one stay, like this, and owner name is, okay, and his employee ID is, and expense code is construction CRK001, like this. Okay, and allocated fund is uh, suppose 1 lakh, maximum allocated fund is 1 lakh. Okay, so after putting this value, I'm going to click on save. Okay, so I have created one project. This is the called project registration. By this page you can create the expense code, and you can allocate the fund, how much this expense code maximum fund is allowed along, and what will be the project value. So these kind of information you can put the project registration. I'm clicking on the close. Okay, so I have shown you the project registration and expense code creation. I think you understood. And project budget also is there, and expend and fund allocation was there. Expenses statements. So I have already explained you the expenses statement. Daily expenses report. I have also explained you the daily expenses report. Monthly expense report, that I have also explained you. Project wise reports, that I have also explained you. Expense code by report, that I have also explained you. Expense balance report, that I have also explained you. Employee wise balance report, that I have also explained you. So these are features existing available to this expense management software. So if you are facing the issue, or if you want to record your expenses in the proper manner, okay, so for that you will be use this software. If you need any further more information regarding this, then I will explain you regarding the same. And if you have any questions regarding the same, then you can connect us. So here this is the our contact address. And one more thing is that if you will go to there, then you have to type tvnssoftec.com. Then here this is the contact details. So if you want to connect us, yeah, if you want to purchase this software, then you can contact us from there. Okay, so I think I have explained everything regarding our expense management models. So thank you. Bye.